Hello everyone, it's Animation. Welcome back to some more Omnifactory. That was my wonderful intro. Hope you liked it. Loading log. Last time moved up to EV power. This time we're gonna keep doing stuff with EV power. What do I need to put in here? I need to put 3 of these, 1 of these. No, that didn't take it. I need diodes and coils. That's right. I think I'm actually out of diodes. I'm trying to do a thing. As you can see, it's growing perfectly according to plan. That in there. Those. No, it still wants to make that. What if I take those out? There it is. Okay. So we started making fourth and final tier 3 circuits. We can now make the third tier 4 circuits. So we can get tier 4 circuits much easier than originally. And I need 2 of them. I also need this EV machine casing. And to drop this in here because we gotta make something real quick. It's in my sidebar here. This is a molecular disintegrator, which is just a really fancy electrolyzer. After tier 3 electrolyzer, they become this. Did I not grab the platinum? I probably didn't make the platinum yet. Yeah, we need some platinum wires. I think just 1x. Yes. Molecular disintegrator E4908. An EV machine consumes a lot of power. Next, we need to upgrade our blast furnace. Remove the canthal, which I'll probably put in that one over there. Very slowly. And put in nichrome, a nice blue blast furnace, which will raise the furnace to even hotter temperatures of 3600 Kelvin. Now, we could take some of this tungslate, and mash it all down. Probably gonna take a little while. And start getting tungsten. What you gotta do, it's manganese. Oh, manganese is good. You take the tungslate once it's all crushed down to tungslate. You then need to electrolyze it in specifically a tier 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or better electrolyzer to get tungsten, lithium, and oxygen. So tungsten. It's the other things we have enough of. The tungsten then goes in a blast furnace at 3000 Kelvin to get hot tungsten, into a vacuum freezer to get tungsten. Why do we need tungsten? It's the next material. I'm just going to make it. That's what I do. Tungsten's now available. I'm going to make some tungsten. That is the current plan of events. Yeah. I don't know. We're gonna deviate from progressing a bit today, but you know, we got to start somewhere. We gotta make some progress and upgrade things. Not even upgrade things, just progress. Toss it in. Nothing's happening. Why? I need to toss it in with hydrogen. Where does the hydrogen go? It's WLI204. Why does it need 7 buckets of hydrogen? Like, whatever, but why? I got hydrogen for days. It also takes a really long time. 44.8 seconds for 1 tungsten. Yeah, we should probably figure out something for this. $30 seconds each. Huzzah. Our first tungsten. Don't know what we do with it, but we got it now. Probably go this way. Or this way. Or both ways. Alright. So, it's going to be kind of a quality of life day. There's some processes that I haven't quite got 100% automated. And it's super annoying. The first one, which we're starting right now, is the making of pumps. Pumps require 6 things. They require rubber rings, rotors, screws, motors, pipes, and 1 cable. Cable's easy. The pipes we made earlier, we got an extruder going. Motors we can auto do. These last 3 were actually the hard things. For resources, they're not bad. They just take some interesting crafting. The rotor actually goes in an assembler with soldering alloy. That's the best way to do that. And the screw is a lathed bolt, which is a cut rod. So I put all those things in over here. We have an assembly machine that's kept full of polyethylene, which I connected up to the big tank in the basement down there. So we can auto-craft polyethylene things, which is actually for machine holes. That's not part of the motors yet, the pumps. Here's the soldering alloy. I think it's going to be kind of manually kept full because I don't make a ton of it. And it doesn't go through a ton. Same for the cutting machine. Like, here's 64 buckets of lubricant. If I need to refill it, I'll refill it manually. If it becomes an issue, then I'll figure it out. But bronze rotor goes in here with the bronze ring and plates. The rings are made over there. The plates are made in the compressors. And the cutting saw cuts rods, which go back into the lathe to make screws. The rubber rings are actually made in the extruder. Out of rubber bars, which are made in the furnaces, out of rubber pulp, which is made in the macerators I have set up here. I actually went with tier 2 macerators, so they're slightly faster. The only thing they do so far is make rubber pulp. That's it. So we're going to try it. Do I have any rubber rings in here? I don't. Cool. Let's try to make 10 electric pumps. And we're missing... did I mess that up? Missing your shooter's tip ring, bronze plates. Okay, missing some stuff. That's fine. I think in the ring recipe, I forgot to take out the extruder shape. Yes. I have to take out the extruder shape because it's not actually consumed. So it would look more like this. You tap that, and then you're good. And apparently I'm also just short on bronze. Gotta make some of that too. All right. Take 2. 10 pumps. Why can't you make bronze plates? Okay, apparently I didn't put in the bronze plates recipe either. Bronze plate recipe is in. We're running out of space in the second interface compressors. At some point, I'm definitely going to need to upgrade the compressors. But there you go. Take 3. It's got all the things. Go. Who got it? You got it. I'm going to make 5 whole rubber pulps. It's making a bunch of bronze, some copper wires to make the motors. See what's going on up here. Nothing incredibly interesting yet. Gonna pulverize a few things. It's melting up the pulp, which is gonna go into here. Made some bronze rings, which are being pulled out. The bronze ring should end up in here. You know, eventually. I could have just like missed everything. It's probably already done. No, it's still making bronze plates. Is it trying to craft it but can't? Oh, you know, I think it's because that's the back. It doesn't like the being the back, does it? Let me look. Yeah, it's trying to craft the rotors, but it can't because they are in the back of the machine, and I need them to be in the side of the machine. And I don't have enough tanks for everything, so we'll just do these 2 right now. There it goes. Drop back in the soldering alloy. The cutting saw. It's getting the rotors. It should have screws in there already, so I don't have to worry about screws. But the motors are actually made in this one, so I do have to rotate this one real quick. Let's turn this off somehow. Break it. That's fine. Nope. Grab the polyethylene. Then smack it. Put it in sideways. There's all the stuff in there. Now you can put everything back in. Motor or pump done. All right, you know, this is why I like to test things before I just like put them in and assume they're gonna work. Nope, no space. Okay, there it is. I've never successfully made one of these multi-block turbines. And couldn't figure out why. I think I was building them with steel casings instead of this magnalum casing. So something I want to do, I want to work on getting more power and upgrading our power system. I might even change all the cables out for vibrant alloys, maybe. So we have access to titanium, so we can make the large titanium boiler, which gets to 2000 C, an output of 3700. For reference, the old one got to 800 C and an output of 1600, so it's very slightly better than 2 steel boilers. The consumption I have timed, and about 9 seconds for 10, approximately. So it's a little less than 2 per second. What, 9 seconds per 20? It's a little less than 2 per second. It's not quite 2 per second. Oh, does it actually tell you? If I like look at this. No. And it makes 3700 steam. This here, it actually has the recipe here. 64 steam becomes 32 EU in 1 tick. So it can consume 32 millibuckets of steam per tick. I did this really far away from all my calculations. Let's see. This generates half an EU per millibucket. So it actually seems like it's the same efficiency. So this was 100k EU generated from 200k millibuckets. So it's no more efficient. It's just how fast is it? This is 250 millibuckets per tick. Really? There's no way this is that bad. This is 64 millibuckets per tick. That can't be right. That can't be right. Let me grab one of these. Maybe it like upgrade it up to efficiency as it goes. We're gonna do some comparisons here. I think it outputs water, so I'm gonna make sure that goes somewhere. Idling. It's got fuel. Now it's spinning. Okay. There's actually not enough steam. Holy cow. Alright, full speed. 6,000 RPM. 7315 EU per tick is 85% efficiency. So maybe we can assume max efficiency is about 8,600. We've lost 300 durability out of 128,000. I haven't been timing this. It's very slow to lose durability, but it is something to consider if we want this for a long-term solution. I'm not sure why this can't feed it. This makes 3,700 millibuckets per tick, and this is stable at 1,400 under max. And suddenly it's not getting enough. Don't mind me just filling my demonically gargantuan drum with steam. It's fine. Nothing to see here. Is that not actually pulling enough? It's not. Wow. Alright, so here's a black bronze rotor. It says level 2, but the efficiency is still 85. So it's still not enough. Is the efficiency determine like its max speed, kind of? I've been trying. I've been trying so hard. So I can't do it. I don't think we can do this yet. It takes just too much steam at once to get it going. And I looked, even when it's fully going, it's not actually that much power. I looked at the wiki and it said it's a constant consumption regardless of the spin speed, but output's determined by spin speed. So if you get it spun all the way up, it's still going to consume the same amount. And it said that it would be 64 times the base steam turbine, which consumes 64 per tick. 64 times that is 4,092 per tick, about that. But then there's another thing that said they quadrupled it because they were too OP. So 16 buckets of steam per tick. Then you have to actually get it in there. Yeah. 16 buckets of steam per tick is not worth whatever this is generating, so we're just going to use the regular steam turbines. I can actually make the turbo ones. These are pretty cheap now, actually. They're not bad. And they'll manage just fine. Alright, get ready because it's math time. We need power. We want to get as much power as we can for as little effort as possible. Right? Except the least effort is to do what we've already done. So we're going to make more of these systems. This system I'm going to leave as is. It's going to be independent because it produces all this stuff and has excess it has leftovers that we can use for other things. I'm going to make another system that is just for power production because this system actually has a surplus of power. Ignore the fact that it's a little low. I had power issues. It produces more power than it uses. And it produces power with creeper data modules in simulation chambers producing pristine creeper matter, which is turned into coal. And you can see we have about 30,000 coal built up to feed this large steam boiler. Okay. The thing about this setup up here that actually does the production of pulsating polymer clay is we can produce enough pulsating polymer clay to power 5 simulation chambers. Just constantly. It has enough to run 5 of them. One of them is over here at the Enderman chamber. That one, we need this one. We can't get rid of it. Leaves us with 4 left over. To maximize output, they're going to be all creeper chambers producing coal. So what can we do with 4 simulation chambers of creepers producing coal into a boiler? What's the best we can do out of that? Well, we have upgrades because this is a steel boiler. Solid steel boiler. It's what I've used for the whole time, but we've gotten better since then. So we now have access to titanium boilers. Let's start with that. We've been doing steel boilers. They are steel and tier 3. That's fine. Tier 5 gets you titanium boilers, which we have titanium. We can do this. They're nice, like pink magenta. They'd be better. So let's look at the numbers. I actually went to the wiki and found the exact burn rates of things. So these tick numbers are actually the exact number. The steel boiler at max temp produces 1600 millibuckets of steam per tick. Each coal burns in 20 ticks. That's 32 millibuckets of steam per coal. Titanium boiler gets to 3700 millibuckets per tick, so slightly better than double. A coal takes 11 ticks, so slightly better than double. And you end up with 40,070 millibuckets of steam per coal. So more steam for your coal by 8 buckets. So the plan is to do the setup over there twice. So kind of double everything there, which means I said we could do 4 simulation chambers with creepers for every one with an Enderman. So we'll have 8 creeper simulation chambers. Each chamber has a 30% chance per 300 ticks, which means you get a pristine matter every 1,000 ticks. 32 coal every 1,000 ticks, which is 1 coal every 31.25 ticks. So the boilers, going back to here, you got to invert these numbers because we have a coal per 31, a coal for 11, a coal for 20. Boilers use 0.05 coal per tick in steel, 0.091 per tick in titanium. And the chambers produce 0.032 coal per tick. We have 8 of them. So that's going to total 0.256. So the goal is to maximize the usage of this 1/4 of a coal per tick, or about a coal every 4 ticks. The best way is actually 5 steel boilers. That'll use 0.25 instead of 0.256, so there will be excess. Even 1 titanium just lowers it. Actually, could I thought I did the math on this, but I'll check. I might play on with this a little bit more. But with 5 steel, how I currently have it, that'd be 8,000 millibuckets of ticks, which is 8 high voltage turbines, because each of them is 1,000, at 512 EU per tick each, which is 4,096 EU per tick, or 16K RF per tick. I think currently, like with all my turbines, I'm generating, this is 1.5K. No, these produce 128. 750. 1.5 of that's 2.5K. Yeah, I'm not. That's more than double. That's more than I'm producing now. That we'd be adding. Let me look at these numbers one more time. Aha. If we actually swap this out for 1 steel, let me do this on a new page. Swap this out for 1 steel and 2 titanium, which is going to take a while to make, but that's fine. We actually end up using, look at this number, not that much. It uses less coal per tick by 0.018, but it produces 9,000 millibuckets per tick, which is 9 high voltage turbines, increasing the output by 512 millibuckets per tick. By just changing the things we're using. Just means I need a lot of titanium.